This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the Chairman and Executive Officer of Consolidated Uranium, Mr. Philip Williams. Phil, it's great to have you on. How have you been, sir?
I've been very well, Gerardo. Really good to speak to you. Been busy, but it's a great time to be busy in the uranium sector. That's for sure.
Well, let's get right into it. I congratulated you off air. I'll congratulate you again on air. We definitely have a uranium market, the uranium market that I think a lot of us have been waiting for. And, you know, true to form, you're taking advantage of it and making sure that shareholders are positioned to maximize this part of the cycle. You just announced a merger with ISO Energy, creating a really diversified uranium company that I think, you know, with the multiple jurisdictions is going to allow you to take advantage of the market that's here. Can you speak to the transaction? And again, congratulations.
Yeah, look, and thank you again, Gerardo. It's really just the culmination of kind of the business plan that we put together for Consolidated. And when I say culmination, we're not done, but it's getting here. And you've been following our company from the very beginning, and it really was about creating this diversified portfolio of projects in the best jurisdictions in the world for uranium. And we've been obviously very busy in the first 3 years. We've got 20 projects in 4 jurisdictions, near-term production, development projects, exploration projects. But what we hadn't had was exposure to the basin. And it's obviously a coveted place. The best assets in the world are there, greatest uranium mining jurisdiction. And doing this transaction with ISO puts us in rarefied air. The Hurricane asset is unquestionably one of the best projects in the world. Great team, great exploration land package on top of that. Could not be happier to be partnering up with ISO on this transaction.
Talk to me a bit about why this made sense for you right now.
Yeah, look, and you know, in the M&A now is, you know, you can't always do the things now. So, you know, we've been thinking about ideas like this for a long time, and it all came together through some conversations earlier in the year. And really, the now is right because of where the market is. So the market needs this kind of company. There's amazing investor attention. I think one of the things that we're seeing in the market, there's a little bit of a bifurcation. So market's great for uranium. All of the names are getting some love, but particularly the bigger names are getting the bigger fund flows. So for us, getting bigger is critical into this rising market. And again, with M&A, it's, you know, you got to find the right idea at a time when the counterparties are ready to transact. And I think we've shown that we know how to do that. But in this case, the timing was now, and I think it just really does dovetail perfectly with the market that we're in for uranium.
What does the future look like, Phil? What comes next?
Okay, so we have to close the transaction. So we announced the concurrent financing. It was upsized to $35 million. That will close mid to late this month, now October, and then the transaction looks like it will close early December. We're going to spend obviously a lot of time working on the projects in the portfolio. This is, again, really about creating a multi-asset, multi-jurisdiction producer. We've got the near-term production in our Utah assets. We're going to spend a lot of energy continuing to advance those and getting them ready to push the button on production. And you know, I think we're going to see the price get to the point where that's going to happen in the not too distant future. We're going to continue to work on the ISO portfolio. So Hurricane obviously needs to you know, advance and show pathway towards production, and we're working on it, and there'll be more plans articulated around that. And then the exploration in the basin. One of the things that I think people probably don't understand, and we're going to increasingly tell them this, is that this portfolio of exploration ground in ISO is extremely large, and it was put together years ago before, you know, the Johnny-come-latelys came into the basin and started taking up all the, you know, basically the entire basin now. And these were strategically picked and kept, and the team that's there has some very exciting ideas around how to make the next discovery. So we're going to be busy on that. And then I think it goes without saying that, as you were looking to build this as we're looking to build this multi-asset, multi-jurisdiction producer, there are other assets that make sense in the portfolio, and we're going to continue to pursue some of those as we go.
Phil, it's going to be an exciting couple of years. I think we end this year with a bang. It's definitely picking up. Thoughts on the overall market? Just a bit of your macro take on the uranium space and what you're seeing and hearing out there.
Look, I think it's as good as everybody's saying. It is very, very hard to get material right now, and so that is definitely leading to the upward pressure on prices. Because I also think that the buyers are starting to look around and realize that it's going to be harder for longer to get their hands on material, and so prices will have to go up. And there are some people that are moving quickly, faster here to try to secure those pounds. But they're going to continue to be It's going to continue to be difficult to get those pounds, and so companies like ourselves, I think, are going to be increasingly interesting to utilities to talk to about securing pounds under contract. And I really do think that we're entering. I think we're making kind of like a new base for prices. And a base that will be sustained for a long time. And of course, along the way, there'll be volatility, potentially spikes up, maybe some downward pressure. But overall, we're in this range to stay for much longer, in my opinion.
Looking forward to closing out the year, as I mentioned, in strong fashion, and most definitely looking forward to having you on and talking about the many catalysts the company has. Congrats again, sir, and we'll chat again soon, Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Gerardo. Look forward to it.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.